What's up, everybody? It is Steve from the Put It in the Book show, presented by CineSportsTalk.com. We're down a man today, but happy 31st anniversary to producer Joe.
Piazza time.
Piazza, baby.
He's going
to be putting on that Piazza mask.
Yeah.
Not to divulge too much info, but he did say he was going to wear the Piazza mask for those special moments.
Oh, yeah.
Mobile Hill Piazza.
And he's going to talk like this, and it's going to be sexy talk.
Hit it out of the park like 9/11, buddy.
Hit it out. It's got that Piazza wig. Got that 31 jersey on.
I like that. I'm visualizing it right now.
That's going to be the best part.
I just hope your wife don't throw the other half of the bat at you at the World Series.
All right, fellas. All right, let's get to it. I am Steve. Got Keith over here to my left. And Rodriguez, that's a little weird for me. Down here. Down there. There's no producer Joe anywhere in these areas. Let's get it started, Mr. Brooklyn Water Coffee. Tim Tabala, good evening, gentlemen. And we'll talk more about Timmy Tabala. We've got a little announcement to make regarding Timmy Boy. But that's later. That's a tease. You're good. You.
Is him and Eric having a mud baby? Tim?
You can't tease me.
I tease Rodriguez. Barbara, Mom, welcome. All right, Keith, take it away.
Where am I taking it away to? I'm taking it away to the Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.com. From their roastery to your front door. Only the finest beans are hand selected in making the coffee designed for your pleasure. I am taking my time to buy time for Farace to share. Because sharing, Rodriguez, is most certainly caring.
So I've heard.
Check out brooklynwatercoffee.com, www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. From the roastery to your front door, there are several flavors you can try, such as a jacked up cupcake, which is what we like to call Rodriguez down here. They also have dark roast dark chocolate, which is also a favorite, a delicious treat. With how many calories, Raji?
0.
See, he can share and talk at the same time. Multitasker for all you people hiring out there.
He's got
there's also Cinnabuzz, and Cinnabuzz jacked up cupcake, and a couple of the other ones are part of the high energy, high caffeine line, 50% more caffeine per cup. There are lots of delicious flavors out there. Try them all out. You cannot lose. Winter Wonderland. Their hands down favorite, medium roast, is a delicious coffee as well. I drink my coffee black, so their flavored coffees, I can tell you, are delicious, worth trying, worth buying. And if you buy 2, act now, you get your third one free using the code Stay Home. And yes, it's still in effect. We're not telling you not to express your rights. We're just telling you not to spread the disease. So stay home. Capital little letter STAYHOME, stay home at www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. From their roastery to your front door, guaranteed to roast within 24 hours of its ship date, roast date, order date.
And it's delicious.
Once you order it within 24 hours, it'll be roasted and then shipped to you.
Shipped. Just like that quick.
Look at that. That's how it works.
I have blue measles. No, look, and I got like lots of bugs crawling around my neck.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous situation out there.
Let me get rid of them.
We got rid of the whole Keith. All right, that's a thing. All right, let me. That's
gonna be a thing now for a while because you're letting it slip. He's never gonna stop. See.
All right, Keith has blue measles. Yeah. All right, Tony, you guys stay safe. God bless you and your families in these trying times. LFGM. Right back at you, Tony. Tony. Hey, Tony. All right. I want to start the show by talking about this a gift that I got from my son. School's over. So now you got to do fun activities during the summer, but you also got to get that education in. So what better way to do that? What better way to do that than getting this for him? We'll call you Mr. Met. It is the story of how Mr. Met came about. And it talks about, Grandpa, Mr. Met. I feel like I'm a teacher here. And then it also comes with
you do like to boss people around.
Fun facts about the Mets.
Wow. It's a cute book.
It's all good. It's all very, very good things here. This is
Why don't
great.
you read us one of those fun facts there, Mr.
Okay. Let me
read a fun fact.
Choose a number from 1 to 12, Keith.
7.
7. Does number 7 fun fact of the New York Mets?
Reyes.
The dead center field fence at the Polo Grounds was, holy crap, 483 feet from home plate. So far away that no fly ball ever reached it. Never a home run over the center field wall at the Polo Grounds. Rodriguez, I'll give you do one now. 1 through 12, minus 7, of course.
1 through 12. 12.
Ooh, 12. Many Citi Field features were inspired by New York's National League past. The home run apple and the orange foul poles, Shea Stadium. Green seats, the Polo Grounds. And the Jackie Robinson Rotunda, Ebbets Field. There we go.
Yeah,
look at that. Love it. It's on Amazon. Get 10% from each book sold. I'll talk to John T. Williams. We'll get that going.
Very good.
All right. So
good job as a parent. And I commend you on your choice of educational material.
It's the best. I mean, how could there be anything better than that?
God forbid you give me a skanky pamphlet or something.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see anything out there that might be better. Hold on.
Wait. Oh, look at this.
No, I only see Mets in my vision.
No.
It's pretty good.
No Yankees within sight. Sounds good.
All right, let's get into some baseball talk. Why don't we? By the way, this is Stone Cold Steve Austin episode for us. It is season 3, episode number 16. 316, baby.
Oh,
interesting tidbits.
The great episode. Stone Cold.
What?
What's up, Maxie?
What?
Stone Cold.
What?
Stone
Who was
Cold.
that? Stone Cold. Was he? He was a wrestler or something, right?
He was a wrestler.
Yeah, man. He was
the best. All right. So our very first 2 items that we're going to talk about today are things that we talk about every week. It feels like, because nothing's happening. Stuff is happening, but nothing is coming out of them. So 2020 update MLB. We've been pretty confident that it's going to start, but seems as though there's a little stalemate now. And again, they may lead in with number of games being the issue, but it all stems back to money. We talked about this last week. So the players offered to do 114 game regular season with the playoffs, the season ending in late October and the playoffs going into November.
That's crazy.
And it's all about the money, which we talked about last week. And, as much as we want to say, oh, poor millionaires, I mean, they're not getting what they're expected to get, whatever. So they want to obviously extend the season from the owner's proposal of 82 games up to 114. The owner says absolutely not, and reasonably so, because they're thinking there could be the potential second wave of this coronavirus come November-ish. So really shouldn't be trying to go into November. And I think I read somewhere, I don't think it's this article that I have pulled up, but I read somewhere where, yeah, no, it is this article. So if they were to do that and extend the postseason to November, and then a second wave hit and they got to shut it down, they will have lost $790 million in broadcast revenue. Just from that. So now, who knows what's going to happen? Is it going to be a 50 to 60 game season with playoffs starting in? So One thing that I heard was get a July 10th start, play July, play August, play a little bit of September, and then start the playoffs in September. All the other stuff is kind of up in the air. They would in the scenario that I just said, the players would get a full prorated amount of their salary. So where do we land here? I like you guys, I just want baseball. So if it's a 55 game season, give me a 55 game season.
Well, why don't you just why don't they just get prorated what they're supposed to make, and leave it at that? I mean, fair is fair. They're coming to play, and actually they're playing under more of a duress, because playing under this pandemic thing hanging over your head, it's going to be stressful on them mentally, for sure. So I mean, just pay them what they're supposed to get paid, and you're going to get more revenue from broadcasting. You're going to be able to charge more because everybody's going to be watching it on TV. No one can go to the games. You're going to lose some of that, but you'll find other ways to make it up. Just do the fair thing, owners and players, and play the game and take care of yourselves. It's really not that hard, man. It's millionaires fighting over millions. It's really hard to get behind either one of them, to be honest, because either one of them don't really need the money. I mean, in a honest, regular guy type of way, these guys are living off of 10 times what we make in a year, for their year, for their season. So
I'm sure the cost of living match their means at this point, but I think, to me, what I'm seeing is one thing. I think 112 games. The other saying 82 or 81 games. To me, that means they have agreed on, and I don't know this to be true, but they have agreed on a prorated per contract by games situation, and the MLBPA is trying to get more games by pushing for 112, and the owners are saying, well, it's half the season, let's play half the games, thus costing them less money in contract fees or payroll.
But remember that part from last week, Keith, that they were going to play half the games, but they were some salaries, they were only going to get paid 22% of it.
Yeah, so it's not prorated, right, with whatever the owners said initially. It's not.
Yeah, the owner thing was not.
No.
And this next potential iteration would be 55 or 60 games, and the players would get their full the reduction in salary that matches the number of games. Scott says, I can't take Keith seriously when he's a floating orange orb. That's the point. This is the thing.
Yeah, I don't know why the lighting in this room makes me look that way. That's been an issue ever since we've been doing home. Yeah, I've changed the lighting. I've done a whole bunch of different things. I don't know if it's the camera. When I'm on the camera outside of this room, it don't look that way. So it's something with the lighting in here.
You don't walk around looking orange all over the house? Is that what it is?
I do sometimes.
Is that the point? Is that, yeah, okay.
I do. It's my anti-Trump protest. I'm going to look like him in spite of him. But yeah, I don't know why. It's the lighting in here. I just grown to get used to it and accept the fact that I'm going to go oompa loompa doompity doo. But that's what was last week and what we heard in the news last week. I don't know what has come to fruition between last week and now, if there was some kind of change. We don't know the full deal on the table or what's being agreed upon. But the fact that now it's between, because to me, what I heard, and this is only what we heard, the big hang up is between the games played, right? And it was like 112 and 82. And that also
get a lot of games. Regardless, we're going to get a minimum of 82 games.
Right, if that comes true, right? But the thing is, to me, it sounds a lot like they're arguing over how much the players are going to get paid. Because if the players are paid per the games they play, that's what we're falling into right now. To me, I love 112 or 82 games. There's a lot of healthy players involved. You got a full steam potentially going into the playoffs. You don't have to worry about your pitchers pitching 162 games. Well, they don't pitch 162, but a full entire season going into the playoffs. I think there's a lot of benefit with a shorter season.
Yeah, and I don't think it's right now. So baseball owners are kind of acting like the kids, like a kid, meaning I'm not going to do this anymore. They said we're not counter offering anymore, but they let it be known that. So they suggested the 50 game. They suggested a 50 game season with no more salary reductions, but they have not formally proposed it because they said they are not going to counteroffer. So they've made the recommendation. They put it out there. I'm putting out the vibe. They put out the vibe of that. So they're going to want the players to come and say, okay, we'll do the 50 games, full this, full that, and whatnot.
Kids,
and then
like little kids,
like children. So here's a couple of numbers here for you for the for some of the proposals. The proposal that MLB made last week or so with the 82 game season, it lowered. So remember, 82 game season. So it's basically a half a season. That proposal lowered the total salaries in baseball from $4 billion to $1.2 billion. So not necessarily half. And then guys like Mike Trout, Garrett Cole, Scherzer, they're making 35, 36, 37 million. They're going to wind up with a 78% reduction of their salary.
That's just wrong. Even though it's ridiculous what they're making, that's wrong.
Yeah. So that I just looked up real quick. I thought I wrote soulmate there. I was thinking about Keith, maybe. I don't know. All right. So part of this now coming out of this, the other thing is that the union's offer would have had salaries total $2.8 billion, so 30% reduction in salaries. So if they don't come to an agreement on this, they are blowing a major opportunity, as we've talked about, to be the only sport out there playing.
It's still a big cut, 30%.
Yeah. I mean, I
think that's more than fair, saying, okay, we'll cut our salaries 30%.
Yep. So it's either that or they move to the 50 games with no reduction in salary, just the full, Keith is gone. The orange orb has taken off and he's gone.
He'll be back.
He will. So something that may be stemming from this. So the original goal was to have spring training start June 10th. It's June 3rd. It ain't gonna happen. It doesn't feel like, because they have to have all the players have to be tested within 72 hours of the start of spring training. So that kind of makes it virtually impossible to get it started by June 10th.
If they agree tonight.
If they agree, I'm hoping it's one of those things that we wake up in the morning and they've been negotiating through the night and boom, we have an agreement. Let's go. Green light. Boom.
I got to imagine that they want to make money and not lose money, and that's on both sides between the owners and the players. So they have to come to some sort of agreement. They may drag this out a little bit, but
the owners have said, some of the owners on the conference, of course, they didn't name him. Our owner is probably one of them. Said we're more than happy to not have a season this year. They don't get it.
Like, I don't know if ours is that. I don't know. I hope not. That would really make me feel like we need. I
feel like it might be.
I don't think so. I think they really want to win, man. They really want to win. Come on. They just suck.
Somebody in a different group is asking why are you wearing Yankee pinstripes? Basically, Rodriguez is what they're asking.
Wow, you obviously never watched the show before.
Just why are you wearing pinstripes? So let's just set the record straight. That's my boy. That's Rodriguez, and he would never wear a Yankee.
I will no, not by choice. Not by choice. These are the blue pinstripes of the Mets. Home uniform.
Yeah.
Whoever that skanky was.
Boo. He's actually in the Mets Junkies group. John Sadriana. Hope I got that name right. But clarified, ain't nobody on here wearing a Yankee unless we lose a terrible bet. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't
That'll
even
be
bet that.
You wouldn't do that?
I wouldn't bet something like that. That's like betting, hey, would you
Hey.
give up your whole entire family? You know, it's on the same level. You don't wear a Yankee pinstripe. You don't give up your family. It's, synonymous.
pretty prominent, man. Sure. So, John, we're good. No Yankee
Yeah,
pinstripe here.
we're all good. That's not a thing. All right. So the spring training facility is open. I haven't heard that any players have begun going down there, and that's the other thing. The travel.
Buffalo's there.
He's there. Okay, he lives down here, right?
He lives by us in Parkland.
Oh yeah, he lives right there. Okay, so boom, right there. He's a little drive away.
Is
So
Cespedes boars and horses there, or is just Cespedes, or none of the
I
above?
I didn't read anything up about Cespedes, but I know Stroman and what's his name, Dominic Smith, are probably got on their way there because they're Canadian people.
Very good. So, because that was one of the worries that there's players just scattered all over the country, players that don't want to fly in a plane full of people right now. So maybe they'll, drive there, but they don't know when to start, when to do this. Well,
I don't have to be a private plane. I have to be. I mean, come on, they can get a private plane for the players that are down here.
The owners, listen, the owners don't want to pay their full salary. They not doing the private.
I'm just talking about the players. I'm not talking about. I'm
Okay.
a player. I'm not driving up there. You think I'm driving up there? Come on,
it's a cool road trip.
Road trip, Miami. For what?
No road trip. All right. Hey, Pat says only the Infinity Stones can save baseball.
I was just watching Endgame.
Were you?
Yeah, you're right, Pat. You're right. I believe so.
What up, Jumby? What's up, brother? Pat's Jumba.
Okay.
Jambalaya. All right. So spring training facility is open. I don't know if others have opened up, but good move, at least by the Mets. I don't know if it's all around baseball, but if it is, then good move there.
Astros open up sporadically. Some teams open. I know the Astros for sure.
They have to learn the new cheat codes.
Well, you're right. They have to learn how to play baseball
them and the Red Sox
without cheating.
Yeah, the Red Sox too. The Red Sox are going to be in our division. Cheating scumbags. Get out of here. Cheaters. Did you guys see that Scott, the murderer, Scott Peterson, is trying to get his conviction thrown out?
No.
He thinks he can be released and his conviction overturned. I don't know based on what. I didn't read too much into it. But,
I heard part of the stipulation, if he does get his conviction overturned, he can no longer take a stroll in the park.
That is good. That is good.
Red Sox too, right?
He's probably a Red Sox fan. Scotty P. I don't know. I think Scott should change his last name for the sake of the site. That's why I think. There's too much negative energy in that Scott Peterson. It was the murderer number one, and then the coward sheriff guy with the Parkland shooting. That was Scott Peterson also.
Holy cow! Yeah, that's quite a lineage there. Got going.
What is happening there? Okay. What was the other one? Heath? Can you move your head? What has he got in? Is that a toilet plunger?
Ruger's toy is a plunger. He gets pissed at the plunger and he tears it up.
Why does he do that?
I don't know. So we bought him his own. We take him in the backyard and we throw the plunger around, and that's what he does.
Rent him out for plumbing issues.
That is.
He's a
he can bring in some money for you.
He can.
Sure.
Let me do this. I'll keep Ruger in the picture. And the
plunger. Ruger doesn't take any shit, does he?
Leave the Rugs there.
Ruger does not take shit. That's for sure.
I don't have the sound ready for you. Sorry. All right. So now maybe you'll see some type of baseball coverage. Stroman's running in the outfield. That's what I want. That's what we're looking at now. So just the fact that spring training facilities are opening up, that can give you some excitement right there. And then just fingers crossed that these two sides can come together and figure something out, because they are going to miss a huge opportunity if they don't take advantage of this downtime. For like basketball has already said, July 31st, they're back. So
there's too much money to be had. They're going to come to an agreement. You know, it's not going to benefit us probably, but they're going to come to an agreement. So we'll have baseball in about a month.
I hope so, Rodriguez, because I'll be honest, and I know we agree, and most baseball fans agree. It's necessary, and through all the turmoil this country's going through, followed by the isolation we've been going through with COVID-19. We need an outlet, and baseball historically has been a healing factor to bridge us from these tragic moments and these hard moments into
these
the
tragic moments.
No, it's magic, but you're ruining it.
Yeah, but that could have been.
But you're just adorable. If I could virtually, can you pinch your cheek for me so I can make believe I'm doing it? Oh, there you go. Wait, whoa!
You didn't tell me which.
I am very uncomfortable.
I meant this cheek, but that's still a little, whatever.
Right, okay, you got to be more specific next time. Kyle,
this way now.
Kyle says basketball is better than Daniel Jones. I don't even know what to say to that. I hope the Cowboys go 2-14.
I'm sorry, we're talking football now because wait, and Kyle's a
Cowboy
football fan.
Kinda. Cowboys fans shouldn't really count as a full football fan. They don't know football down there.
My most recent Cowboy memory is a Cowboy receiver who wasn't a Cowboy anymore. He was playing for I think the Eagles, and he cried that's my quarterback, man. Was that him? Yeah, I mean, that's the best moment the Cowboys have had in recent history was their players on other teams and their coaches on other teams. So I'm not sure Kyle should talk. But anyway, moving along.
Screw you, Cowboys.
Yes.
All right, let's get to our
Aroid JLo City Field Mojito Monday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday, Mama Juana Wednesday. All right, Pat. I'm not talking to you no more, bro. Love you, but.
All right, let's do this real quick. We spoke a couple weeks ago about Jose Reyes and the lack of respect that he gets as a basketball player. Jesus, as a baseball player. All right,
Kyle got you, man.
Stephen Walt, 5 rings. How about that? How many since you were alive, Kyle? How many since you were born, Kyle?
He's got a Yankee fan argument. Let's stop right there for a second, okay? As a Met fan, I take that personally. He's got a total Yankee fan argument. Well, he got 27 rings. Where the were you when Babe Ruth was winning those rings? When Joe DiMaggio was winning those rings? When Mickey Mantle was winning those rings?
We won
when
rings
Reggie
with 8
Jackson was
teams
hitting
in the
those
league.
home runs? Where the hell were you? Where the hell were you with Troy Aikman was cheating his ass off and Emmitt Smith was on steroids? Where were you? You only know Dak Prescott who won shit. You only know the other one with the belly shirt who looks like an Ewok who won shit. You know nothing. Stop it. The only thing you know is 2007 and 2011 when the Giants won and you didn't. Boom.
Shakalaka.
I guess the boom works.
Boom.
Sorry, was that too much? Did I go off too much?
That was like perfect. And
well done.
Very, very well done. Stephen Waldman says Prescott likes laying on his back.
I thought he likes laying on his stomach. Face up, ass down. Face down, ass up.
Nope.
Oops.
yourself.
I'm mad. That's it. Hey, Bob. My dad's on. Sorry, Dad. You didn't hear that.
Pops has arrived. And
Pop
he
Duke's
says,
in the house.
Talking heads. All right.
Delades.
Jose Reyes.
My dad. This is my dad's grandson right here. That's his grand dog.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Rodriguez.
No, I'm talking about Ruger.
That was solid. All right. A couple weeks ago, we brought up Reyes. Yes. Reyes and potential lack of respect that he gets as a baseball player. And then Rodriguez and I happened upon this this post, I think almost the exact same time. So listen to this stat. Jose Reyes is one of 8 players in Major League history. History of baseball. Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Okay. He's got 2,000 plus hits, 500 plus stolen bases, 100 plus triples, 100 plus home runs. 8 players in history have done it. Don't ask me who, because I don't have that list. And don't be that guy. Just know that 1 out of 8 players in the history of baseball. Every year, every team, expansion teams dating back into the 1800s.
That's pretty good, people.
It is. The only problem is for his hammy. He never went to Dr. Vinny Boombats. If he did, he wouldn't have the hamstring issues that he would have had, and he would have had an even better career.
Yeah, it would have been an extended career there. But as you looked up, I think it was last week or the week before, there was just those stretch of years where he played 161, 157, 159.
I'm gonna ignore my brother's comment.
Oh.
It's terrible.
Wow. And that's how you can get the respect.
Well, he's made some bad mistakes, right? But strictly speaking,
as a baseball player,
on-field performance, he is by far one of the best Mets, and we've dissected this before in our team's history, the best shortstop in our team's history, and arguably one of the best shortstops. Would you say top 10 MLB history shortstops?
Top 10 MLB history?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard.
A lot.
Maybe 20.
Topic for a future discussion.
Yes, next week.
Is Reyes
at his full potential? Yeah,
possible, right?
Yeah, if he's clicking on all cylinders on a really good year for him, his numbers can be Hall of Fame numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
Topic for future discussion. We will discuss this in another show. We'll pull up stats and break it down.
Yes. All right. Let's do this. Let's do the. I don't have to announce it.
And now it's time for the Mets moment of the week.
We're about halfway through the show. Let's break it up. This is halftime right here. Our Mets moment of the week. Keith, you want to lead into this, or you just want to?
I'll make it quick. Yeah. So this moment of the week, I'm not sure. And my question to Farace was, we probably have covered this. My question to Farace was, have we covered this? His answer was the same. And Rodriguez, so this is the moment where Todd Pratt hit the home run over Finley's head. I was actually at this game, so it's a special thing for me. We had season tickets. George, my buddy George and I, upper deck season tickets, section 2 box seats, and we were there for this event. So take it away, Farace.
We talked about this a few times. We were both there, and we could have been sitting a row.
Yeah, we were sitting close. I don't know if we've ever actually played the play. I'm sure we have.
I think we did. We've talked about it.
We have not. Yeah.
All right. The producer was not ready at all for this. Damn producer.
Oh my God, producer Joe, you bastard.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
Come on.
All right, let's get to it. Todd Pratt, 1999. Here we go.
That's my food.
As long as that's hit well to center field. Finley goes back.
Looks so dejected.
It's over.
Just gonna pause it there for 1 second. Berman had no idea if the ball went over or not. That's number one. And is there anybody besides Todd Pratt that's happier than John Franco? I'm gonna rewind this just a few seconds here. Here we go. Look, where's Johnny Franco's in the mix here somewhere? There he goes right there when he took 45. Watch John Franco.
It's over. It's over.
He's tiptoeing.
One of the most unlikely hitters has hit it to dead center field.
What did they do?
Have won it.
Swing.
Did the Cohen calls coming at me?
Those are black jersey days.
Benny.
High ball deep to center field. Back goes Finley. Going back. Warning track at the wall. And it's out of here. It's out of here. Pratt hit it over the fence.
Franco.
Finley jumped and missed it. A ball game. The Mets win the ball game on a home run over the center field fence by Todd Pratt. The Mets have won the series 3-1. Todd Pratt hit it over the center field fence. Finley made a leap. Pratt didn't know. Pratt was standing between first and second. Then he saw Finley downcast. And in an absolutely riveting game, the Mets take Game 4 and win the series 3-1. They win both their games here at Shea without Mike Piazza, and it's Mike Piazza's replacement, Todd Pratt, who hits the game-winning home run off.
Todd Pratt.
Wow.
Unlikely.
That's one of the games you've heard me discuss the upper deck, whereas like this, like you felt like the concrete was going to rip right from the rebar and collapse on itself.
Dude, it moved, man.
It moved. And George and I were jumping with it. It was, like growing up as a Met fan, you went through so many tough times, right? So that was like the real first moment we had of some sort of victory. And it was so emotional, so amazing. And I'll never forget it till the day I die. I just hope we get to see the ring get put on our team at some point.
Gonna happen.
Please.
Yeah.
Pat says the front. This is very true. The front office says Kaz Matsui was a better shortstop than Reyes.
That was a funny line. That's why I laughed before when I said Kaz Matsui. I remember him.
Well, he was supposed to be this guy. You remember?
He did his first at bat.
In Craplana, he hit a home run. I'm like, all right, Mets fan, right? All right, this guy's he's got 35 home run potential. He's gonna play perfect shortstop. Reyes is at second. This is gonna be
hope
great.
he was our Suzuki.
that was like what, 2004 or 5, when we were just
he couldn't stand up to the majors.
No,
he was okay.
I think it was the pressure of New York because
That's why I tell you guys that these Korean leagues, these Japanese leagues, they're not the majors. You can't. It's not professional baseball. It's minor league.
It's fun to watch, though.
It's just there to watch. I watch Little League baseball. I don't care.
I watch a video game better than watch them.
I do watch video.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yesterday they did that thing.
Same level, but they're fun.
Remember that idea that they stole from me? But playing the games.
Yeah, you're the only one that thought about it, right?
I thought about it before they announced it. But yesterday I was scrolling through Facebook or Twitter, and they were showing the game, and the Mets were down 6-2 in the 8th inning. They had the bases loaded, and Robbie Cano was up. So I was like, oh, let me watch this. They were playing the cheating Astros, and Cano, it was 3-0. He took a strike, 3-1. Fouled a pitch off like a little dribbler, 3-2, and then swung at a pitch eye level, outside and high, strike 3. You're done. Jerk. Thanks a lot, Cano.
That's why you gave us this whole story so you could just bust on Cano.
Yes.
Yeah. Keith, this guy's definitely so much poop and milk. You really are poop and milk. You really are. I thought
he struck out.
I was looking at the upswing on that way. Cano, hits a home run, and the team comes back and they win the game. But you're like, Cano, that guy.
I mean, it happened in real life.
But damn, bro, it was a good story. What about the Mets beating the Reds for the that old time bracket thing that they have going on?
Oh yeah, they're in the Final Four, or
the 86 Mets beat the 75 Reds, I think it is, for the finals. I don't think they're Final Four. I think they're finals.
Oh, they're in the finals. Oh, I don't know who they're going up against. I've been kind of watching it.
I've been watching the American League side, but our 86, at least my 86 Mets, because you guys are little babies. Keith was a little bigger, but you were a little 5-year-old toddler, right? You're a little baby. My 86 Mets are doing it, man. And doing it hard.
Speaking,
I'm doing it well.
What a segue, Rodriguez. What a segue. Speaking of the 86 Mets.
Speaking of them.
A couple of guys from the 86 team. As you know, there's been some drama associated with Lenny Dykstra and Ron Darling, a little bit of friction. Ron Darling has, in his book, stated that Dykstra shouted racial slurs at Oil Can Boyd during that 86 World Series. they've been going back and forth ever since. Dykstra was trying to sue Darling, and yesterday or Monday, the judge threw it out, basically saying you're crazy based on your crazy past. I'm throwing this out there. Ron Darling's doing nothing to worsen your reputation than what you've done. So it's out of, we're not wasting our money on this, the taxpayers' money. He even went so far as to say that Ron Darling faked the cancer. What is going on with Lenny Dykstra?
The roids, the crack, the coke, the whore.
Holy crap.
The stealing, the jail.
From now on, refer to him as a Philadelphia filthy.
Oh, absolutely. I think we're going to have to just let that go. Like we do with Bobby Bonilla. We just let it go. Let that whole thing go. It's got to do with Lenny, man. We can't claim him.
I never reclaimed.
We'll trade him for a box of nails.
I appreciate the home run he hit.
Nice try.
But the guy has been arrested for sexual battery charges.
Keith did not even acknowledge that bad joke.
Hey, listen, don't interrupt Keith when he's talking.
I'm sorry. I was hurt there. I got hurt.
There's no bad joke. It's not funny. It's not funny that this guy is associated with us in any way.
No. Maybe you didn't hear me. I see. Now I got to explain it. Now it's not funny at all. I said let's trade him back to the Phillies for a box of nails.
I heard that, and it wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny the first time. Oh, let me repeat it. Maybe he
said it was a good try.
Wait, what was the joke again? Could you say it again? Maybe I'll laugh the third time.
Yeah, there you go. You're an asshole. Continue.
The guy's been arrested several times since retirement on sexual assault charges, drug charges, indecent exposure charges, writing a bad check to an escort, grand theft auto, federal bankruptcy case he had. He was accused of stealing $50,000 in jewelry from a porn star. He was accused of trashing a hotel room. He was charged with pulling a weapon on an Uber driver and had drugs on him at the time. So, what do you expect from this guy? Class?
He takes a penny. He never puts a penny back. That's
He takes 3 pennies.
That's scum of the earth. That's scum of the earth right there.
And then when he goes to put 2 pennies back, steals another 3.
Something like that.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put something back, and he's like this, and with the other hand, he's stealing again.
You got it. I can't hear you.
Did you mute him?
No. If he was muted. He's not muted.
I muted myself because I called him a piece of shit, and I didn't want to say shit on the air. But now that you made me say shit, I'm going to say shit and shitty, shit. He's a piece of shit.
Shitty, bang, bang.
Yeah, we made you say it. Titty.
Yeah, when my brother was a kid, Lenny Dykstra touched him where the area that his bathing suit covers.
Hopefully he was wearing a one piece.
Dykstra is not, listen.
You're going to get sued for years.
Okay, Dykstra left the Mets and went to the Phillies.
That's
number 1. That's where it all started. Okay, it's the same thing like the hair flipper. He went from being a jerk to a piece of shit. Anybody who goes to the Phillies, they just go downhill. Look what happened to Schilling.
The Filthies.
Yeah.
Hey, don't we know somebody from the Filthies?
Willie Wheeler, scumbag.
Ryan Hum sucks.
That's the guy.
Scumbag.
Ryan Hum sucks.
You guys hearing that?
Scumbag.
Third time's a charm?
Ryan Hum sucks.
Boom.
Scumbag.
And he wears Speedos.
Yeah, I said hopefully he was wearing a one piece. It is a one piece, but it's a Speedo.
Ruger, what do you think about Brian Hum?
Ryan Hum sucks.
Good job, Bubba.
That's a good human voice thing that he does.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Hey, Tim, I think maybe Kurt Schilling is like the force that bonds Mets and Yankee fans together as somebody that we both hate.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. He's very hateable. Very hateable. He makes himself hateable like every week.
I got a little blood on my. I got blood on my
I
sock.
broke a ketchup pocket in my sock.
Yeah.
Please give me attention. Mwah.
Meh. Meh. Meh.
Yeah, I got a word for him.
Sounds like the Penguin.
Wah, wah, wah.
And now he's Fwakata of the week.
Brian Harmon, Dykstra, and Schilling, and the whole entire Phillies organization. Fwakata.
Boom! I just saw through your eyes and I saw Ruger's black
Fantastic.
spots.
No, when you hold the cup up.
Hold on. It's Ruger's ass for Brian Hom.
It's Rugas.
Rugas.
Who's a good boy?
All right, let's
Oh, he's getting weird. Move it.
That's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Oh, speaking of Tim, real quick, Tim had Tim donated in a good cause. Little cross sports talk here. A Eli Manning jersey to my grandson. Thank you, Tim.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Nice job, Tim.
Yeah, my son's coming to pick it up tomorrow.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
And then my grandson will be here this weekend. So once he's here, I'll take a shot and throw it over to you, Tim. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Tim,
Nice
looking out
job,
for
Tim.
the Laris family.
That is really excellent. That's a Hall of Fame 2-time Super Bowl champion MVP Eli Manning. Not to be confused with the fumbling field goal snap 0-time champion 0 MVP Tony Romo. But great announcer. I gotta admit, he's a really good announcer.
He's very entertaining.
He's not better than Booger. Booger's more.
Come on, but Booger's gone. I can't believe it.
I know. Who wants to hear actual predictions over nonsense predictions? The nonsense was ridiculous. It was great. You know,
Yeah.
it was
Booger?
very, huh?
Booger?
Yeah, Booger.
You know who's really good that I think would do well in the Monday Night Football booth? I don't even know if you guys know. I just know him because I listen to her daily podcast. Her name is Mina Kimes. She's from she's from ESPN. She's fantastic. Like she does a quick 20-minute, 30-minute podcast every morning about whatever's going on in the sports world today. So like today they did something on Dak loser Prescott and Cowboy situation. But every single day she does whatever is being spoken about. You know, she's done coronavirus, she's done the racial stuff, all this stuff that's been going on. And she knows her shit. I think she should get in there.
Yeah, she's on the damn.
Shoot me that name and link
That's
offline.
where she is, right?
Yeah, I want to check her out.
Yeah, I'll send you over the link.
Thanks, bro.
All right. Let's what else we got here? Let's
That's the Dan Patrick show. No, she's on the Dan Lebitard show. She's on the Lebitard
she's
show.
been on there. Yeah,
I've probably heard of it.
And what's the other girl's name? They have a blast on that show. I can't think of the other girl's name. Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds right. All right, let's talk about this ownership situation again. They're back. JLo and Aroid are back in the mix.
Now they're bringing big bucks with them, though.
Yeah, JP Morgan.
Big bucks. And Kraft.
And so Kraft. And now here's the big thing here where it, you know, in any of the other discussions, it was not part of it, is a piece. I don't know how big of a piece of SNY. And that might get the ball rolling a little bit more quickly, because any owner that was anybody that was attempting to purchase or even inquire about purchasing the Mets, they were told no on SNY, which was a deal. But I mean, that's a lot of revenue right there.
I want that. That's ridiculous.
Of course, the advertise like it should definitely come in, you know, in the form of a bundle. So
come on.
I mean, these freaking Wilpons.
So let me take a step back. Let me stop you right there real quick. Part of that plan I'm hearing, and I've only read briefly. Like I told you, I've been kind of unplugged the last 7 to 10 days. But I was reading that they were looking to move the Mets as part of this deal into that Belmont area and creating like a sports little mecca out there on near the Nassau Queens border. Have you heard anything like that too, or?
I heard that, but not moving the team. I heard that it would be in the surrounding areas around Citi Field, that they want to make an entertainment complex. So, kind of,
stadium. They just built it, so.
Oh yeah, but kind of in like in the fashion of some of the other newer ballparks around the country. There, it's not just the ballpark there. There's all this stuff that goes around it. So, when I went to Atlanta back in November for work, funny, haha, my boss took us to a place right by the Braves Stadium because he knows I'm a Mets fan. But the area surrounding that stadium, bars and clubs and all this stuff all around it, and it was a lot of fun, out there. So that's one. Number two, they want to make they're thinking about potentially, maybe, sometimes maybe not, a celebrity row in the stadium, where similar to Nick's Celebrity Row, Madison Square Garden, that's where the Jerry Seinfelds, Chris Rocks, I can't remember the guy's name from that other thing, King of Queens. What's his name?
That guy from King of Queens.
Lost it. Anyway, him, and any other celebrity Mets fan, that's where they would sit. So it seems like I like the ideas. Trying to get these, bring in their celebrity friends to be an attraction at the games. Clearly not this year. But an entertainment complex around the stadium where you can, go have a couple of drinks before, a couple of drinks after. Kevin James, thanks, Tim. Jeez. So what do you guys think about like the entertainment complex piece of this, and the fact that they're potentially including a piece of SNY and like the celebrity row? They're trying to get us, relevant, I guess, more relevant.
About time.
I think
really
it's a good idea. Yeah,
I hate to agree with something that not JLo, A-Rod wants to do, but
listen, as long as they keep the team viable as a playoff team, or I don't care what they do. I mean, I don't care. As long as they don't bring any skankies in, I'm fine. Just do what you need to do. Keep the team playoff bound, and I don't care anymore. I'm done. I'm done caring. I hate A-Rod, and J-Lo is just a loser because she's with A-Rod now. Sorry. I'll never marry you.
I think essentially building up the neighborhood would actually improve the value of the team, because if the neighborhood is built up and the neighborhood becomes a little more prestigious, the stadium would become more valuable, thus adding to the value of the team, thus allowing us to spend more money, thus making the investment in the team more profitable. So if you're investing $2.2 million and then you raise the value to $3 billion, you're essentially making your investment worthwhile and increasing the value of the team and allowing us to be in a position where we're going to spend more money. And quite frankly, I grew up in that area, right? 20 some odd years. And, me and my friends, we would go walking through those junkyard stations, and literally you had to watch your back. Junkyard dogs, no JYD, no pun intended, would chase you, and I worked in demolition and things like that, where I would go dump in those areas too, legally, for the record. But
that's your limitation.
I'll go down there for no, it was legal mostly, but or go down there for a random car part. You go searching the shops down there, the junkyards, the rust yards. It was a shit area. The roads were crappy. It was all dirt, filled with potholes and puddles. If they took that area, which they already did, I think they cleaned a lot of that out and relocated a lot of those businesses and turned them into profitable businesses, restaurants, seafood places, bars, places of entertainment for nightlife and day life during and after baseball season. You will increase the profit and the value of the team and the value of the stadium, thus allowing us, to, I think, to spend more money. So I think it's all great. I love the idea. It's about time they've done it. Those yards and those areas were ridden with mafia activity through history. Not allegedly. Not allegedly. Go look up the history. I'm talking about things that were proven and convicted. What's going on now or before, I don't know. I'm strictly speaking on.
I'm not talking about anybody.
Well, I grew up in that area, so I'll tell you, there was mafia activity, and it is documented. And things that were not mafia activity were just shady and crappy and ugly and nasty and really not of value to the local property. So I'm all for it.
All right. So I'll ask the question again that I've asked a couple times. Are we just, but this time it could be just us like, all right, just do it already. How does this sound any more comfortable with A-Rod potentially buying the team with this information?
If he breaks up with JLo, Rodriguez is okay.
No. What do you mean? No.
No.
Oh my God.
And that makes JLo's around. Kidding me? Without JLo, I don't want him around the team at all.
That's the only way that he will allow the A-Rod thing to happen.
Exactly. I mean, if he has good plans like that, he's a businessman. He's going to try to make the most money. And if it's true that it was his favorite team, he's going to really try to make us into a viable, top 10 type of sports franchise. I get it. Fine. I don't care. Like I said, ask me again next week. I'll probably say, oh, I hate him more. But right now, I don't care. Buy the team. I don't care. Just let us just buy the team.
I think with the counsel of Robert Kraft and J.P. Morgan backing them, it's a much sexier deal.
Robert Kraft puts it over the top because he's a real true owner already of one of the best franchises in all sports. Period. So
he knows how to win. He knows how to spend smart.
Knows how to lose to the Giants too.
He sure does.
Thank God for that.
So I just imagine, his publicist already putting together. I just see it like he goes to the podium and says, 20 years ago I made a mistake and now I'm going to make up for it.
Oh, I hope he doesn't come up with stupid stuff.
Don't mention it.
Like it's going to happen.
Now, I mean,
all right, and
his fake ass teeth and his fake ass hair and his fake ass face and his fake ass ass.
Fake ass.
And to Mama Farace's point, in that reconstructed area, we will have to build a massage parlor for Robert Kraft.
Nothing wrong with massage parlors.
Why are you laughing? This is serious business, Farace. Part of the deal.
His mom said to open up a massage parlor for Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
He's kind of embarrassed. He's not lying. Look at his face. He's beat red.
It's funny.
Why? That's
all right.
She's right. She's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong at all. Imagine that. That will stir the economy by itself, right there.
Yeah, there'll be lots of massages.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be lots of movement around.
And a lot of celebrities in the area spending a lot of money. Tom Brady come for a visit when he goes play. The Giants up there.
And it won't be much different from what's there now because a lot of places they rebuild engines and they re-oil pistons to be pulled, and instead they'll be pulling pistons without rebuilding it.
Only when Detroit comes into town.
No, you throw them in the river.
I was if there's any children watching, parents, bring them away. The last time I was up in New York last year, we were coming back from a game from the game. Remember that I sat up in Coca-Cola corner. That Keith was like, "You just got to do it. You just do it." And I was like, I was like, Mets are down here. I don't want to spend $80 a ticket and to watch them lose again. That's when they were,
just do it.
Just not doing well. But we're getting back. Stay with my wife's cousin, and so we're getting back, walking through, and it's in Elmhurst, and this Asian lady comes out of a nail salon, sees me. I'm like maybe 10 feet behind my wife and my son at this point. Because they had crossed the street and I was following behind them, and then she comes out, the Asian lady, and she's walking behind me just like them in Chinatown with the fake purses and whatnot. Starts walking behind me, little older lady, massage, $25. I was like, no, I'm good. My wife and my son are right there. Don't do that again.
I finished you for 50.
Pat said. My mom says ears are perking up.
Pat said there's many Chaji parlors in Queens for 25, 50, 100, and 150.
150. That's the high end. That's the
solid gold.
That's not Robert Kraft money yet, though. Yeah, that's not there yet. All right, we're on the hour. We're done.
Wrapping it.
We're done.
We got a couple of other things that we're going to talk about. We'll shift that to next week, when no doubt we will be talking about the ownership situation again, and no doubt we will have an update for you on baseball in 2020, because what's today, the 3rd? So next Wednesday is supposed to be the day that spring training was supposed to start. And we talked about that a little earlier. I'm trying to get gonna bring Tim on for just a moment.
Oh, you're bringing Timmy on. Okay.
Just for a moment. Remember I said we had some information involving Tim.
Yeah, but it wasn't a tease.
Timmy. It was a tease to the very end.
You mean Tim, when he chooses his sexuality, is now custom?
It's custom blend. Pat says $150. Golden Lotus, happy ending.
Golden Lotus. Oh, boy.
You see the roads we travel down when there's no producer Joe?
Pat and I definitely grew up in the same neighborhood. It's terrible. Yeah, love you, Pat.
Producer Joe, you keep us on.
Let's bring in Big Daddy Cool.
Hey, mate.
Just
Hey,
Timmy.
Tim, what's
a
up,
beautiful
brother?
haircut.
So what is your new custom sexuality?
Oh, I'm coming up with a whole new one that you guys never even heard of before.
Keep it to yourself.
I'm
testicles.
my sexuality is sentinel.
By the way, how funny was it that Farace, you telling the story about the massage parlor, and as soon as you hit the good part, your wife signed in. That's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence.
But
she was like 10 feet ahead of me, and as soon as the lady walked away and we turned the corner, I said the lady was just falling. Like, she had no clue that happened.
That's what I'm saying. That's why she signed in real quick. She's like, "What? I never heard the story before."
Those ears were burning, boy. They're like, oh.
Keith Pop says, "Dykstra, love you long time." All right, Tim, Big Daddy Cool, got some news, don't you?
I have news. I have big news that Rodriguez is not going to want to hear.
Uh-oh. Yankees are signing.
No. Tomorrow night is the very first episode of the new Yankee show starring myself and a friend of mine. We're calling it the Empire 161 Show. 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Whoa.
So Rodriguez, you don't have to be there, but everyone else should be there.
Cheers. With my visible Bud Light bottle.
We are open to all. We are welcoming all.
Congratulations.
We want all opinions. We want everything to come on.
Now, there is no doubt.
You're
Now
a
that
good Timmy.
Now
Good
that there's
stuff,
a
Tim.
Yankee show on the CineSportsTalk radio network, there should be no doubt in anybody's mind that I do what's best for business.
Exactly. You're Vince
Personal
McMahon.
feelings aside.
You're Vince
Tim,
McMahon.
who's
You
your
do what's best for
co-host?
business. Eddie, a friend of mine, he thinks like I do. So
I
you're
need
not gonna
glasses
hate him.
on for this.
You're not going to hate him right away. he thinks like I do.
Do you,
Like
do you see?
like-
Can everybody else see
you
Keith right now?
Well, you mentioned before the whole thing, stop saying 27. He hates that shit too. I hate that shit too. We don't do that kind of stuff. Empire, we obviously got from Star Wars, which was a nice little way of me getting Star Wars in there. And 161 Yankee Stadium's address. We didn't want to do pinstripes or bombers or any of that crap because that's every single podcast you ever heard of in your life has those in it. We got a cool ass logo that my wife designed. And
Very cool.
Tomorrow night we'll do the first show, see how it goes, and hopefully it sticks.
Yeah. And there is a fan page out there. It's the Empire 161 show. So go out there. If I did share this in the Mets and Yankees group. So if you're a Yankee fan, go ahead and like that.
No. If you're a Yankee fan, what the hell's wrong with you? But go ahead and like that.
But Rodriguez, you're more than welcome to come on anytime you want to do a debate. We will not fight. We will not argue. We have the soothing sounds of Bob Shepard to calm everybody down.
Oh boy!
Listen.
Discuss rationally.
If you really are a baseball person and I come on, I can absolutely have a great chat with you. If you're going to be a skanky, 100% pure from the heart and do 27, then I'm definitely going to be a Met fan.
It's about NYC. NYC first. NYC, and then if they happen to play in the World Series, then we won't talk to each other for a while. But that's down the road.
No, if they play the World Series, we will have inter-show wars. That'll be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna happen. That's a definite.
No, seriously.
Man, listen, I'm so happy for you, man. I know you love the Skankies, and I appreciate that in you. That's great.
Yep. All kidding aside, Tim, good luck, man. That's really cool, bro.
Enjoy it.
You guys are more than welcome. More than welcome anytime.
The best thing about Tim, he's not an asshole Yankee fan.
You doing a call-in number, Tim, or are you doing a Lincoln like we do here?
We're doing a Lincoln like this. Yeah, we're gonna do the Lincoln.
Okay.
Because we don't do lockdown.
Is your friend a poop and milk type of guy?
He is. Let me put it this way: he's hardcore. Like he's the dude that knows what the lineup was.
This is what I'm calling in with.
On May 8th or 98. He'll tell you what that lineup was and what they did. He's that kind of guy.
I'm just going to call in with this and talk.
But I'll tell you, can he get extreme? Yes, he can. But he doesn't go looking for the fights. He doesn't go picking the fights. But he wants to finish the fight.
Oh, he likes to finish. All right.
Like, hey, yeah. Let's talk some real baseball.
All right, so then the outlook now, the lineup, and it's going to continue to grow as we bring in some other shows potentially. So right now for your week for CineSportsTalk radio network, you got Monday, you got Kiva Catches Up with Scott and his wife Kiva. I think this past week they did season 1 of, did not get to watch it, but season 1 of The Sopranos. Typically Tuesday nights is this guy right down here, the Just Too Sweet show. Yesterday we took a little break in honor of Blackout Tuesday. So Tim was gracious enough to move. Are you doing the show tonight?
Right when you guys get done.
Perfect. So Tim,
as soon as Eric's done eating dinner.
So Tim and Eric were gracious enough to move to Wednesday following us. Thursday will be the Yankee show, the Empire 161 show. Friday is the Jader and Kyle show. Constantly bringing on guys from the Schmodown, which is pretty cool. So that's, I mean, we got a Monday through Friday now, and at this point, when baseball starts, there may be days that we go on at the same time or around about the same time as the Yankee show goes on, but it's okay because Mets fans are not watching the Yankee show. Yankee fans are not watching the Mets show, so we're all good there.
I'll be watching Tim's show, not the Yankee show, but I'll be watching Tim's show. Tim and my dad says, "Good luck, Big Daddy," and my brother says, "Good luck, Tim."
Thanks, guys. I love those
Yep.
guys, man.
So you
I
got
love
Lara's
I
support.
love the Lara's family.
I'll check you out, brother.
Except for that.
I may not
right?
behave 100%, but I'll do my best.
If you behaved 100%, I would think you have a tumor. So don't worry about it.
That's not the tumor.
All right, Tim. So they'll be able to watch the Just Too Sweet show. Was there an Undertaker episode this week?
No, they unfortunately they stopped. They're going to be not until end of June. I don't think is the next one.
Oh, son of a.
Yeah, which sucks.
I sat down yesterday right there, and I was like, I'm going to watch the latest episode, and it wasn't there. So I watched some episode of Raw from 2001. Hakuna Matata. All right, Tim, thanks for joining us. All you wrestling fans, immediately following this show or thereabouts, depending on how fast Eric is eating his dinner, head on over, check out the Just Too Sweet show with Big Daddy Cool. The bad guy is Hollywood Dave joining tonight.
I'll send a link out. Whoever comes in, comes in.
Who knows? Hollywood Dave, it's touch and go. He sometimes shows up. He's a diva.
Yeah, we have to have an intervention for him with that White Claw shit. So
yeah, he loves White Claw. All right, thanks again, Tim, for joining.
You got it, guys. Catch you later.
All right, buddy.
Peace, Tim.
All right, let's get us closed out here. It was a very fun episode. Lots of high class stuff that we spoke about. And we're going to do it again next week. We'll get producer Joe back in town today. Special Stone Cold episode, season 3, episode 16. Talked about a lot of stuff. Hopefully next week we'll have better updates for you as far as the season actually happening in 2020, ownership situation getting resolved, all that good stuff. That's our rosy view for next week's episode. Rodriguez, anything on as we close out the show here? Don't fall down the stairs.
I'm not. I'm going to try not to. I can't see the stairs.
Rodriguez can't fall down the stairs in a live show.
Oh, great. I'll mess up. That'll be a lot of fun to watch, actually.
All right. Well, while Rodriguez walks, Keith, you got anything to close out? Any closing words?
Justice for George Floyd. All this racism got to stop. Everybody love each other. Don't forget COVID-19's out there. Stay the hell away from each other too. Peaceful protests, please. Peace. Let's go Mets. Let's bring baseball back. Amen.
Ditto.
That was very well done, Keith. I don't think I have anything to add to that.
Just good night.
Love you, buddy.
All right.
All right.
Love you guys too, man.
Love you, Rodriguez. Say it back.
Later, hater. No.
All right. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Again, Just Too Sweet show coming on a little bit after us. We will talk to you guys next week. Peace out.
Hey.